Hello, my name is Kapil Rathi, CEO and co-founder of CrossTower. CrossTower is a digital asset exchange in the US. We recently launched our second exchange in Bermuda on October 9th. We offer spot, margin, interest rate products, and other structured products based on digital assets to qualified investors. A little bit about my background. I have spent around 20 years on Wall Street working at different securities exchanges. I started on the floor of New York Stock Exchange and then moved to all electronic options exchange in New York, ISC. I helped build two SEC regulated exchanges with ISC, and then I helped start options business for BATS global market before merging with the largest options exchange in US, CBOE, where I led four different options exchanges before founding CrossTower. I want to thank Bermuda Business Development Agency for organizing this event and giving us an opportunity to discuss technology disruption and digital adoption pretty much in every aspect of our life. Today, I'm going to talk about how large institutions such as asset managers and insurance companies can pursue an investment in crypto. We are truly in unprecedented times. There is an historical shift in the way which we interact with money and assets. We are in a time where the world is moving to digital. Recently, SEC's chairman, Jay Clayton, was quoted, "In the past, there were stock certificates. Now, there are digital entries. It may very well be the case that those all become tokenized." Chairman Clayton, in particular, has been very hesitant to adopt or believe in digital assets, primarily because of ICO activity in 2017 and 18. His shift in thinking towards digital asset tells me you cannot ignore this asset class. So, what are digital assets? We have had digital assets for a long time. What's different is now we have blockchain technology, which changes digital assets. A blockchain is just a giant network of computers that simultaneously verifies data on a digital ledger. This network enables data to be stored, unaltered, and verified via code. The transparency blockchain technology brings to the world is unprecedented. Now, with blockchain, you can clearly prove certain types of digital assets and all of their aspects. You can prove items such as ownership, authenticity, transaction history, and location without the need of intermediaries. The ability to erase the middleman comes from blockchain's programmability. Blockchain rules that are built into the code of network. In comes the concept of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was born out of digital assets and the blockchain. And it is an example of the promise of new technology. It is a decentralized digital asset with limited supply. Bitcoin is only an example of digital assets. An astonishing 80% of central banks are considering issuing a central bank digital currency. China has been working on a digital currency since 2014, and it is expected to be in operation by 2022, according to the Bank of International Settlements. So why should large institutions care about digital assets? First of all, it is a non-correlated asset that can be extremely helpful in diversification. The limited supply of Bitcoin makes it a valuable asset as a store of value. This is a 5-year chart showing inverse correlation between S&P and Bitcoin. And if you zoom in a little bit further, here you can see a correlation between gold, S&P 500, and Bitcoin. Here you have gold going up after COVID happened. So did Bitcoin moving up while S&P is going down. So one can argue Bitcoin could be a replacement for gold when we are looking for hedge against the market risk. If you look at what's happening in monetary policies, we have effectively gone to zero interest rate, and we are printing money faster than ever before. The question is out there that whether Fed will take rates to negative, like some other countries, as Japan. Paul Tudor Jones, who formed and manages $38 billion hedge fund Tudor Investment Group, he said, we are witnessing the great monetary inflation and unprecedented expansion of every form of money, unlike anything the developed world has ever seen. It has happened globally with such speed that even a market veteran like myself was left speechless. By his calculation, $3.9 trillion worth money, which is equivalent of 6.6% of global economic output, has been printed since February. The question for macro investors like Jones was how to hedge. He said he considered various bets on gold, treasuries, and certain types of stocks, currencies, and commodities before recognizing a growing role of Bitcoin. We have seen macro funds enter in the space since its announcement. Here you can see Bitcoin among different options to hedge is absolutely a clear winner in 2020. We're comparing market against gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Now, for institutions, there are complexities. Institution clients face operational risk, regulatory risk, compliance risk, legal and credit frictions, and of course, security of those private keys when attempting to obtain exposure to digital asset. Most of the institutions are looking to invest in Bitcoin, but they are not certain given these complexities. And unfortunately, this complex environment is driving them away from potentially very attractive returns, and not only just a hedge. And this is where we at CrossTower are working very hard to bring products where institutions can be served with some tailor-made custom products to address their specific objectives and to ring-fence operational security, credit, and other risk. At CrossTower, we can also provide you products to protect your large positions with principal protections. So you can rest easy knowing that you are protected in an uncertain world. We also offer yield enhancement structure products where you can boost your passive returns by trading a portion of your upside potential for income generation. Our goal is to minimize these risks for large institutions and provide them both upside potential as well as provide downside protection. We also offer repo products where coin holders can earn interest with confidence. working with a trusted and well-capitalized entity who will be your counterparty to your repo agreement, so you have complete trust that your coins and interest payments will be protected in all market conditions. We also have products for miners who need to manage their fiat liabilities against crypto revenues. We can cater to hedge funds that want specific exposure in a secure vehicle, or family offices that need to meet regulatory and compliance requirements. The regulation in this space is developing. If you look at the framework compared to 2015, we are beginning to see the clarity. Now, in the US, we know that BTC is not considered a security. We have clarity on certain forms of fundraising. We, in the US, have heard from FinCEN, Treasury, and the OCC. Here in Bermuda, we have such a progressive and thoughtful framework that genuinely is tough, but thoughtful in the application. Healthy regulation provides an environment to be constructive. Bermuda is in a unique position to capture the growth of this digital asset industry. By supporting the local businesses and having us support local economy, we can make Bermuda the go-to place for digital assets, much like it was for reinsurance. We would love for the reinsurance companies to find value in our product offerings and the offering of other digital asset companies that are now starting in Bermuda. I believe Bermuda has made a name for itself as a thriving ecosystem for fintech and blockchain companies. The government last year announced it would be accepting digital currency payments in USD-backed digital currencies licensed by BMA. Bermuda's license enables CrossTower to operate as an international crypto platform while strengthening Bermuda's position as an innovative on-ramp to the global digital economy. I can't foresee the way in which everything will change, but I know that I personally want to be part of it. This is why I started CrossTower. It's a small start. We are building the on-ramp, off-ramp to what I consider to be a revolutionary technology. I am very grateful to be part of this change. Once again, thanks to Bermuda Business Development Agency for letting us part of this great event. Thank you.